Hey everybody. So, the end of spring is upon us. And astrology, we have the great big cycle of the whole year with all 12 seasons, all 12 signs that go throughout the year. And that we can also subdivide in four seasons, right? Three signs for spring, three signs for summer, three for fall or autumn, and three for winter. So, we're getting done with the fourth part of our path to the star. So, yay! And, well, you may not know this, but in tarot, there are cards there that are specifically associated with each one of the seasons. And these are the cards that represent beginnings. We have two different types of cards to represent beginnings in astrology. Those are the aces and the pages. What would be the main difference between the two? The aces represent beginnings as raw energy potential. It's just a seed that we will plant and use, and yet it contains the potential for all the rest of each one of the suits. Meaning, I believe it was Lo Milo Diquet, one Terra savvy author and researcher, who said that the aces actually contain every single number and the chord within its energy, just contained and waiting to be worked out throughout, 2 through 10 and the four chord cards. So, my point is, with each one of the seasons, we are linked to the energies of both the aces and the pages. The difference with the pages is that the pages have already walked part of the path. The way I describe pages is like a student that just got out of college and is getting ready to start a new phase in his life or her life, within a working environment where they have no experience yet. They have all the studies needed. They did a part of the job. They're a part of the job. So they graduated from a phase of their lives and they're ready to start as newbies in another one. So that would be the difference between those. Now, which page is connected to which page and ace is connected to which season? The way that the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn does it is that they link them to the fixed signs of each season. I don't know if you already noticed, but the large points on this star thingy, they all pointing to the four fixed signs, which are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Each season has different signs from different elements and modalities. The function of the fixed signs is to solidify and maintain whatever the previous cardinal sign created. So that's why they connect the energy of the aces to the fixed signs. Now, which one corresponds to which? Well, Taurus is an earth sign, so the Ace of Pentacles will belong to spring. Leo is a fire sign, so the Ace of Wands will belong to summer. Scorpio is a water sign, so the Ace of Cups would belong in autumn. And Aquarius, being an air sign, would hold the Ace of Swords. So, why am I talking about this? Well, I want to give us a little bit of a pinpoint and a milestone. It is a milestone. I mean, we are finishing the first fourth of the whole road here, the whole journey. We already went through Aries, Taurus, and Gemini seasons. We're going to be getting started in Cancer. So, let's focus on that part for now. So to say it somehow, we started out with the energy of the Ace of Pentacles, and we're graduating with the energy of the Page. Both cards connected to spring. All three signs are contained within these energies, with Taurus being the main dominant one for both of them. What is Taurus about? Well, let's just go into the recap before we give any more details right now. And, well, I guess welcome. This is me, and this is Hebrew Tarot. So, for Aries, we were working with the energy of the Temperance card. And the main energy was, let's say, further detailed with the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Four of Cups. Well, I just realized you're not seeing anything there. Put them over there. There we go. So, this season was mainly telling us about watching out for impulsivity, holding back our reactiveness, trying out small beginnings, to say it somehow, little by little, step by step. Not to underestimate things that may be coming up or coming around in our favor, smaller than we actually asked them to be, and dismissing them as not valid or not what we want, not what we need, because we're not able to see that they will eventually develop from a seed and potential into an actual fruit that we can pick up off the ground, out of the ground. We were moving away from a lack mentality and being mindful and observant. That was, I guess, the main thing about spring season, to be mindful and observant. Then we had the Lover's card in Taurus season. And the main energy for it was the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. This main energy was about learning from others and teaching or guiding others, but also keeping a balance between that and also being able to go our own way, having our own experiences and being responsible about them. Having an understanding that both the earthly and the spiritual are both sacred. Both experiences are sacred. If you want to go for the highly elevated spiritual research or quest for vision, that doesn't make an everyday job any less spiritual. What gives them or any less sacred. What gives them the sacred factor is how mindful you are about it and what intentions are behind every single thing you do. Whether it is joining a higher-minded philosophy group or making a cup of tea. And during Gemini, we have the Hermit card with the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Again, being mindful about being impulsive, allowing ourselves to maybe take a step back, from the 8 to the 7, not trying to get away, not trying to, or not feeling already above everything else, even if we actually are. The point was to take a step back and allow for other energies to also be expressed, to also flow. This is about somehow, chaotic as it may be, a collective enlightenment. There's a collective journey happening simultaneously. I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to my new dental prosthetics. See, I can't pronounce a lot of things. Anyway, so there's a collective enlightenment journey happening simultaneously, both as a group and as individuals. So, how does this tie up into the path to the star? How is this spring season bringing us closer to the energy of the star and our goal of being more aligned with our higher selves, being more aligned with our more or most authentic selves? Well, on the one hand, we're learning the value of stillness. We're learning the value of groundedness. Again, the Page of Pentacles. Of being calm within the storm. Keep calm and let the storm reign. There was a couple of things that came up during my meditation before I did this recap. One of them, the one I guess, staying observant was one of them. Not to rush. Finding enjoyment in the waiting. Savor the moment. And I actually heard the word please. Savor the moment, please. There is still conflict that needs to be sorted out. It's maybe not necessarily solved, but how can I say it? It's kind of like when mud gets into clean water. You just need to let it flow and it will be clean again on its own. The image I got was the number 659. Well, that's not very clear, is it? I've always thought how the number 69 reminds me of the symbol for the sign of Cancer. And you know how in tarot the number 5 represents conflict. So there is a conflict here that needs to be still there in the middle. That's why this is not focusing. We don't have a clear view yet, and that's because we need this number. There it is. That's because we need this number in the middle, this conflict in the middle, to solve, to flow away, to be... I don't think it's something we need to manage or address directly. It's something that will wither out on its own. But we need to wait and give time for that to happen, so that this too, the 6 and the 9, meaning the Cancer season, can just come around without any further issues. And don't get me wrong, remember, this is a general reading, so it will apply differently for each one of you out there. So if there is something that definitely requires you to take action, and go ahead, I'm not gonna stop you. But the point here is that there will also be a lot of conflicting energies. I'm feeling a lot of attachment to things, maybe not from yourself, but from things around you. People being way too attached to old patterns, old mindsets, old things. And all you need to do is just be still, be peaceful, enjoy your present moment as much as you want, as much as you can or want, and be observant. Just like the Page of Pentacles. He's holding his moment, his present, and just gazing, enjoying the very moment of it. And one of the main things that came through the meditation was wait for the sun. So we've been having a very gloomy weather lately where I live. So I don't know if for you it may be wait for a better weather, for a more sunny weather. We're entering summer, and while summer is a very rainy season, it is also the season of light. Is where the sun is closest to the earth, and especially during Leo season is supposed to be where the radiance is the highest. And recently we've been having a lot of solar flares, very intense solar flares, which in spirituality are considered kind of like light codes and upgrade energetic information that is coming down into the earth, and our minds and our spirits, our bodies, everything within our experience. So maybe it's wait for a specific solar flare or the whole solar flare season. Anyway, it could be different for each one of you. I also thought that it may be talking about wait for the sun, meaning where in the path to the star we're going to be reaching the sun card. And that is going to be happening in Aquarius season, which, by the way, is the opposite, another fixed sign, and is the opposite sign of Leo, the sign ruled by the sun. So what that tells me is there's something very important about that axis, the Leo-Aquarius axis. And well, one of the reasons why we're doing this is to get aligned with the star card, which is ruled by Aquarius, and trying to reach our more authentic selves in order to step into the age of Aquarius, which is beginning as we speak. Has been for a while. I mean, astrologers and people in general don't really agree much in where the start of the age of Aquarius should be pinpointed, but that really doesn't matter. The point is, we're definitely in the dawn of it. And that's kind of one of the main points of this path to the star. To align with a better version of ourselves in order to step into the golden age of Aquarius. So, anyway, that's the recap for the spring season. Take it into consideration. In a few days, I'm going to be doing the spread for the Cancer season. And, well, we're going to be having something very fun with Cancer. Just like I said, we can subdivide the whole year, the astrological cycle, and, well, different kinds of sub-cycles. One of them is the seasons, the 4 seasons. The 4 seasons are also, when you subdivide them, each one of them has one cardinal, one fixed, and one mutable signs. Each one of them follows the same pattern. Cardinals get things started, fixed, solidify them, and mutables, let's say, take them apart to improve them and be able to start another cycle. Now, the other way to see this is as elements. We have 3 main cycles in terms of elements that start with fire, then follows earth, air, and water, which would be with Cancer. In terms of elements, fire is actually a starter, a trailblazer, the spark that initiates everything. Earth, again, solidifies. And air kind of rationalizes things, reanalyzes them. And water takes them in emotionally, internally. It creates a record. Water is connected to memory. So it creates a record of whatever we experienced previously. Now, Cancer being the last of that cycle, the element cycle, of the first element cycle, and being water, it will dissolve everything that happened before in order to internalize it, kind of like digestion. One of the processes connected to Cancer, actually. So, but there is not a third modality. Let me see if I have the modalities around here. I do. Great. So, like I said, Aries is a cardinal sign. Taurus is a fixed sign, and Gemini is a mutable sign. So if you think about it, cardinal and fire, fixed and earth, mutable and air, they kind of go together very well. But what happens with Cancer? Fire, earth, and air. Cancer is a water sign. But there are no extra modalities to apply to water. So we have to start that cycle again. So with Cancer, we get things mixed. We have a receptive, cold and passive element, water, with an active masculine modality, cardinal. So Cancer starts a new cycle by going within. All right? And that's going to be a very interesting thing, because the card we're going to be doing for summer and, well, not summer, for Cancer season, it's going to be the World card. For those of you who already are familiar with the card, is a card about completing a really, really, really major cycle in our lives, as the whole end of the tarot. That's the end of the cycle. So it's going to be an interesting one, I'll say. All right. So I'm going to leave it here. And congratulations, my Pages of Pentacles, for completing the spring cycle with me. And thank you so much for that. I really, really appreciate your views, your likes, your comments. I really hope this will help us all, not just you or me, that it will help. Oh, I just realized that I had an inverted fire here. So maybe there's something we need to check. Oh yeah, that's a Temperance card. We check about what happened during Aries season. I don't know, I just wanted to mention that. There we go. I don't know how that happened. How did that happen? Anyway, so thank you very much for your time, and see you soon.